Welcome to the 5th day of Christmas. I'm Dr. Carol, and together we're celebrating the 12 days of Christmas, better known as Christmastide in many Christian traditions. Today, on the 5th day of Christmas, I want to start with a question. What does it mean for you that Jesus was born? Certainly the controversies in some circles over whether that was a true virgin birth, okay. But does it mean anything more than just the historical questions? We're honoring, celebrating Christmastide, this 12-day season, to just center, reflect, celebrate the fact that Jesus was born. But what does it mean? What does it mean for you? And part of the answer to that question, what should happen to a person because Jesus was born? What difference should it make? I want to share with you a couple verses from 1 John 2. And by this we know that we have come to know him, if we keep his commandments. Whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word, in him the love of God is perfected. By this we may know that we are in him. Whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. Keep his commandments. Have you tried to do that? So many people that I talk with, it's all about trying harder. How's that working out for you? Doesn't that just wear you out? If you have tried harder, just pause and reflect. Certainly, our human choices, our human willpower, it's something. It's not that it's meaningless, but that's just such a small part of what really changes us. And I think if you have tried to keep his commandments, you've probably determined that. There's a clue in this verse about how we actually experience keeping his commandments. The phrase, walk as Jesus walked. How did he do it? Based on the story of Jesus that we hear in the Gospels, Jesus lived in moment-to-moment connection with his Heavenly Father. Intimacy with his Heavenly Father was the air Jesus breathed. He couldn't make it any other way, and I don't think you and I are going to be able to make it any other way. As a result of Jesus being in that kind of constant connection with his Heavenly Father, people who came into his presence felt a difference. Every human being that encountered Jesus felt that invitation. More than any words Jesus said, although he said a lot, just his presence made them feel invited. It's like his righteousness was almost irresistibly attractive. And at the same time, coming into Jesus' presence would make a person feel called up into a higher level of being. In his presence, transformation felt possible. That's how a person could become changed. And it's no different for you and I today. Being in his presence, abiding, as that verse says, is how we become different, is how we experience the transformation that God calls us to, that really Christmas came to bring us individually. My invitation for you today is to move away from trying harder. Just opt out of trying harder. That doesn't mean you and I don't have a role to play. Put the effort you have, put your energy into being with him, being with Jesus. How do you do that? 2 brief thoughts for today. Number 1, just keep showing up. Keep coming back into the presence of people who are following Jesus, into places where God is worshiped, into your own personal time with God. Just keep showing up. And then second, keep saying yes. When you feel something in your soul drawn to follow Jesus and just say yes. Keep showing up and keep saying yes. Make sure you're subscribed as we together are celebrating these 12 days of Christmas. Tomorrow, I hope you join me for day 6. Share this with somebody else so they can get this too. and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Make sure to click on the next video. Continue to celebrate the 12 days of Christmas with us.